Take a look at the Triton flyweight title fight here. The tail of the tape. Danny 1 year older than Escobar. Both fighters standing at 5'3". Both 125 pounds. We're ready to go here. Flyweight title. It's on the line. With that, we'll throw to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Westbury, New York, we are set to go with our Triton Fights co-featured bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Tiger Life Energy, Synergy Pro Wellness, Footlux of Long Island, Combined Insurance, Cannes Sports Bar, and Diamante's Brooklyn Cigar Lounge. Your referee for this contest is Wayne Spinola. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds scheduled for the Triton Featherweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the challenger. This man is a mixed martial artist, standing 5'3" tall. He weighed in officially at 125 pounds. His record, 5 wins against 5 defeats. He represents Team Escobar. Fighting out of Sound Beach, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brandon Escobar. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, standing 5'3" tall. He weighed in at 125 pounds. His record, 3 wins against 3 defeats. He represents Supreme Team Boxing and Bancho MMA. Fighting out of Queens, New York, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending Triton Featherweight Champion, Danny Flashando Maldonado.
It's our co-main event. It's the flyweight title. It's Danny Maldonado. In the red trunks, Brendan Escobar. In the black, your third man in the cage, referee Wayne Spinola. Talking with Maldonado before the fight, he said he's taking, this is the toughest fight of his career. He knows about Escobar's wrestling background, having wrestled the Olympic trials, so he's taking this fight very seriously.
I mean, you got somebody with that type of wrestling pedigree. I mean, every fight you can't take lightly, but you know, when you get to a certain level and then you get a guy with that type of pedigree, you really got to be dialed in. He's going for a triangle immediately.
Maldonado's been doing a real good job isolating that one wrist.
Escobar raining the blows down here. Ooh, big ground and pound.
He's landing.
Maldonado's got to get out of that position.
He passes the side control now.
Escobar 5-5 in his career, but like I said, he is a very experienced wrestler.
And he's got competition experience. Danny using that butterfly hook. He might be able to sneak out the back door here. He uses the underhooks wisely to try and get back to his feet.
For a fighter that hasn't fought since 2015, Brendan Escobar, I mean, he's not showing it tonight, not showing any ring rust.
Well, I believe he's had wrestling experiences. He hasn't been out of competition,
right.
You know.
I'm sure he's been in some type of tournaments and whatnot.
Yeah, he's maybe not fighting recently, but definitely in competition experience recently. Danny's got the underhook here. He's using it with his half guard. He's going to try and use this to stand up maybe. He's framing away nice on the face here, making space. You know, anytime you have a wrestler on top of you, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work to try and create space and a lot of work to try and get up.
Yeah, how much energy is being expended there from Maldonado, Eric, on the bottom?
Some guys are just so heavy on top. Like I've gone with some collegiate level Division I wrestlers, and it just feels like you're stuck in quicksand with an elephant on top of you.
That's a
beautiful sweep, though. Beautiful sweep by Danny. Well done.
Maldonado gets out. Under a minute remaining here.
Looking to take the back.
This is a big fight in the career of Danny Maldonado. He has big dreams of going pro. Said he will only do that if he's victorious tonight.
Now, I found out one of the keys against fighting against a competitor with a super high-level wrestling pedigree is to make sure that your positions aren't wrestling positions. Stay primarily in jiu-jitsu positions, even if you have to give up a position and allow them to take your back with the hooks in. put them in jiu-jitsu positions because that's what they'll be weak at, and that's not where they'll be most powerful.
100%. You're not going to beat them in a wrestler type position. And I found that more often than not, you're probably not going to out-scramble them either.
Definitely not. You might get away with 1 or 2 scrambles, but they're always going to out-scramble you, especially somebody that's wrestled on that level.
Strong round from Brandon Escobar. Had the champion on his back for the majority of the round there. Be very interesting to see the adjustments that Maldonado makes here. As for Escobar, Dave, you got to figure he's just going to keep doing what he's doing.
I would assume so. You know, the blueprint for his victory is obviously laid out for him. You know, he's coming with that strong wrestling base. He's going to try and keep the champ grounded and, you know, control the positional dominance and then, you know, rain down some strikes. But I got to say, Danny, you know, he swept him and was able to get up and improve his position. But like Eric said, I think he's got to focus on keeping Escobar out of wrestling type positions.
Now, if I was Danny's corner, I'd be telling him to throw his hands and maybe lay back on those kicks, because what you don't want is to have Escobar grab your foot early on, grab one of your leg kicks, and get another takedown super quick.
Right. You want to open up more with your strikes.
Jeez, what a takedown from Escobar. 7 seconds into the round, and Danny Maldonado's right back where he ended round 1 on his back.
Danny's using that butterfly hook well. I like what he's doing there. He's looking for the butterfly hooks. He's got that left leg hook. He's going to want to try and dig with his left arm for an underhook to try and use that butterfly hook to sweep.
It has to be super hard to sweep a high-level wrestler from here.
Yeah. It's a tall order.
This is not where I'd want to be.
Look at the movement from Escobar. He's just pouncing, just constantly staying on him.
He's got the wrestling pedigree that he has. His hips are going to be incredibly strong.
This is where, if I was Maldonado, I'd start to try to work my way back up to the fence and get up using the cage.
Escobar is actually, his wrestling lineage goes back to a roommate of mine, actually, Mike Skanga, and his older brother, Matt Skanga. They were the wrestling coaches for Brandon.
Long Island Zone. Longwood Zone.
Yes.
Skanga's brothers. Minute 33 here. It's been all Escobar as he's just imposing his will on Maldonado. Should this hold up like this, we could see a new flyweight champion here. That would be Brandon Escobar. Maldonado's really fighting to get this guy off him, but
it's tough when you have a wrestler like that, and you know he does have jiu-jitsu acumen. You saw him passing the guard as well. He's not just a wrestler. He's showing some, you know, jiu-jitsu IQ here as well.
It almost looked like a little half Nelson there. Maldonado looks spent on his back.
Like Eric said, it's it's a lot of work trying to get up from underneath somebody like that. You know, he's not just a regular wrestler. He's got an Olympic pedigree. I like that Danny's using the butterfly hook. He's looking to try and sweep that butterfly hook, but he's got to try and dig for that underhook to have a little bit more success, especially against a wrestler. Interesting. Escobar let him up just to take him back down.
Another strong round from Brandon Escobar. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he goes for broke here.
Wake up and make some noise out there. This is the third and final round.
If I'm Maldonado into this third round, you know, the grappling hasn't gone your way, I would be box heavy. I'd be heavy on the boxing this round. I'd let my hands go and try to not let the distance get closed off my strikes where I could get clinched.
Yeah, the first 10 seconds of each round has been all knockout, all takedowns. To get right back down to the mat here.
Again, it's always easier said than done.
Of course.
Right here, Maldonado does have a chance. He could be able to come up and get a crucifix position, possibly grab a Kimura, but he's got to make this happen.
He's got to get that knee free.
This is not not the worst position to be in, but definitely not a great position to be in.
The old-fashioned punch to the butt from Brandon Escobar.
Maldonado might want to look for a leg attack from here if he's able to sweep. It might be a good option. Escobar might not be familiar with the leg lock game.
He's got to take a chance here for sure. You know, at this point, you're down 2 rounds. You can go for just about anything.
Brandon Escobar showing why he's the first Olympic wrestler to come out of Honduras. He participated in the 2012 Summer Olympics. Wow. And he's showing it tonight.
This fight perfectly illustrates what we've talked about in the theme of the night, where positional dominance is essentially always the key to victory, especially if there's not a definitive moment.
90 seconds remaining here for Danny Maldonado to make a case to kind of go for that Hail Mary, as Eric alluded to.
Oh, he's on a guillotine. That's deep.
Oh.
That's deep. That's deep. Oh, and good defense, but that was in there pretty tight.
A minute remaining here. Danny Maldonado's contingent cheering him on.
Oof.
But what a move by Brandon Escobar. You can see the frustration on Maldonado's face right there.
Good defense by Escobar.
Final minute remaining. What has been a fight completely dominated by Brandon Escobar.
Maldonado needs to walk his legs up that fence as fast as he can, try to flip over and create a scramble where he can have an opportunity to get a finish.
He gets on his neck, he's got a chance. Those chokes were in tight. Escobar was in trouble.
Oh.
He had to defend those chokes.
Nice ground and pound, too, from Escobar, showing a little variation.
Oh, he's got the arm trap now.
Really impressed with the performance here from Brandon Escobar.
What's impressive out of Escobar is that he has shown he's not just a wrestler. He's done some very high-level jiu-jitsu here. He's passed the guard effectively, and he's used some jiu-jitsu techniques to get off some strikes. He's not just a one-dimensional wrestler.
This fight comes to a close. Barring a ridiculous turn of events, we will see the Triton Fights flyweight title change hands as Brandon Escobar put on a wrestling show here tonight. Doesn't even look tired, Eric.
You know what? These lighter fighters with a wrestling background, they don't get tired like the bigger guys. They're not like the 85ers or the light heavyweights or the heavyweights.
Yeah. They're not like a Mackenzie Heaton and a Kareem Scott in there.
Well, you know what? Apparently, if you look, we all have about the same size lungs and a similar amount of blood, except these guys are carrying a lot less muscle and a lot less size. So, I mean, you'd expect them. These guys, it's almost like a different sport when you compare guys this size to heavyweights. Different styles of fighting, different paces of fights, different cadences.
And Escobar, like we said, is an Olympic participant in 2012. All right, with that, let's throw it up to the cage. David Diamante got the official results of this matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds here in Westbury, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout identically, 30-27, all for your winner by unanimous decision. First, he was the 2012 Olympian, and now the new Triton Featherweight Champion, Brandon Escobar.
I'm here with the new champion, Brandon Escobar. You beat a very, very tough Danny Maldonado, who was the champ for a little while here. and you put on a pretty dominant performance. How you feeling?
Feel good. My team prepared me well for this fight, and all my friends and family showed up, and I felt good in here.
You look good. I mean, you hadn't fought in 3 years. You had a layoff. I'm assuming you were wrestling for that 3-year period. What I was impressed with is you didn't look like just a one-dimensional wrestler. I saw you passing guard. You definitely had some jiu-jitsu acumen. You're a well-rounded fighter.
I'm working on it. There's still, a lot of work to be done, but these are the first steps to getting to where I want to be.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy it, and we'll see you in the cage next time. I want to get a word with the former champ, Danny. You fought a tough Olympic wrestler. You said you had something to say.
Yeah, I am humble in defeat. He out-wrestled me. I took this challenge with the top wrestler I could to see what kind of guy I am. This is probably be the last time you see me in the Triton Fights cage. I got a lot to think about, but maybe pro. Respect to Brandon. Really good wrestling. He caught me off guard there, but much respect. All love to him. Everybody that came out to support me. It's my first defeat in Triton, but a lot of respect to him.
Give it up to Danny, the champ, humble in defeat.